sound is on. You gonna sing for us?
Yeah, I'm singing.
Hello, everybody. Today is another Tuesday. Can you believe it's here already?
Since they're stuck in there anyway. See, now I got it all cleaned off.
So down at the barn, we had the comets. I think every other day or every day or something, we switch the comets and the cones for being down at the barn. And they're all really good. They all know not to pee or poop inside, which is good. I came down this morning and I was very impressed that none of the little pups had peed or pooped inside, and it was raining.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very impressed. Some of the older dogs did, but...
You know what you can check? If the rain is coming off the roof, that's why we have those little funny houses. If the rain's coming off the roof and that thing isn't set quite right and the water drips in, they won't go out and push their head through that rain.
I will check that.
Yeah, make sure those aren't leaking or something. It took me a long time to try and figure out why in the laundry room there was always water in here when it rained, and I thought I had a leak. No, it's the dogs. It's the dogs. They won't go out because the roof is pitched to, you know?
Yeah.
It took a long time for me to figure that out.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going back to bed so I'm alive, right?
Right. So Liv's friend Shayna has been here the past 2 days to work in the barn, and she does a great job. She used to work at an animal shelter, so she has some experience with cleaning.
Does she wear does anybody wear the vacuum?
Shayna did yesterday. No one did today.
Let's see if you can't get her broken in to use that vacuum cleaner. Because I did watch Devin sweep out one of the stalls, and there never should have been that much stuff underneath it. Not with that vacuum, because that vacuum will reach way into the corner.
Yeah.
So you can get somebody to wear that thing and go through the whole place once a day. It shouldn't take you about 45 minutes. See that again? Did you think you locked her in?
Yeah, she did. Honey bun.
That's a pretty dog. Hey, a very pretty dog. He's a very pretty dog. You go back in there.
Honey.
Go on back in there. Go. Go
Honey.
on. No.
Honey,
No.
Honey, come.
Honey, go the other way. You have to go the other way. Go on. There you go. Good girl. There you go.
Honey, I know she loves this. Did she jump over? Yeah, she jumped over this side. Me. Give you this side.
It has to
All right,
go.
but you need to get off. Yeah, but I can always come. Thank you.
Keep it way away from her because you don't want her to jump and get caught on it.
That's true.
Tell her to stay there.
Near the end of last week, I had Joe wear it and do in between the doggy doors.
Okay.
And I had him do all the corners, everything. So that needs to be done again tomorrow.
Now, you do the floor
It's
part with
Wednesday.
it, and then on a separate deal, you do the top. You have a different end on it.
Are there multiple ends?
There's two ends. One's for the for carpet, and one's for floor.
Okay.
You shouldn't have any trouble figuring that out.
Yes.
No!
Honey.
Don't do that.
She's just such a happy dog.
I think I need to babysit for a few minutes.
I need somebody to talk to.
Come on up here.
Susan is here with Luke, and he's a nice dog. I hadn't met him before, and she had said he was shy, but he came up right to me and was wagging his tail, let me pat him. So she asked me to put him with a shy female. So I was like, okay, I'll put Lainey in with him. And Lainey was too shy for him. He was too excitable, so I ended up putting Sage with him, and they were a better match. What else has gone on? Everybody is well. We had a lot of spays and neuters the past 2 weeks, so a lot of them are in the barn and none of them can go out playing yet. So they all go out by themselves. Piglet does not mind being by himself. He will run around and entertain himself. He got very muddy today. So we did.
I'll go back in the rest,
All right,
the rest area.
good idea.
I'll take some of these, so I'll make some of these while I'm in there.
But really, do get some rest. It's a long night.
There we go, thank you.
Perfect.
Ooh.
What was I gonna say? So we did breakfast and lunches for the pups inside because we didn't really want to feed them outside because it was very wet. So we did a group of 2 and a group of 3. So Liv fed them breakfast this morning and I did lunches. And they're starting to learn their weights. They get a little impatient.
There. Nice.
That's good. They get a little impatient because they're still young, but they're learning. Shayna did some recall with them, with 2 of them, with Leo and Aurora. And Leo is much better at knowing his name than Aurora. I'm guessing it's just because of Leo is easier than Aurora. Yes, I did get to visit the teenies yesterday, and I went in for, like, I don't know, a couple seconds earlier just to say hi to Misha. Those teenies are so cute, and I'm so glad that it was Pam and Linda that got to name them. I love all of their names, especially Sky. Honey is over in the kitchen, just her tail's thumping. She's just such a happy dog. So Cole and Sage are supposed to leave today, and I'm gonna miss both of them. It was very nice for them to come back and to see them, and they're just the sweetest dogs. Yes, Flossie did escape this morning. I forgot about that. Yeah, so she was just out in the alleyway, just like chilling, but she did not want to go back in. So I got a rope, and from watching Dr. Brian wrangle the donkeys, I learned how to make kind of like a figure 8 makeshift rope halter to put around her face. So I did that, and I pulled her into the stall. She was like, "No, I want to just explore." She's very cute. She does not have any of her baby fur anymore, though. Not as fluffy. What else happened? Not sure. Does anyone have any questions for me while I'm trying to think of something to say? I feel like I say the same thing every week. So Rabbit is also on kennel rest, just because she hasn't been putting weight on one of her feet. And her being like locked inside and not being able to play with anyone because of it is just making her have even more energy. And I swear, once you name them something, they will live up to their name. like chaos, has created a lot of chaos in her day. Piglet, he eats like a pig. And Rabbit, she just hops like a bunny. It's crazy. So she is just dying to go out and play. So I let her out in the barn loose for a little while today, and she was just all over the place. She was like, let's play, come on, woo! I was just like, relax. It's okay. Try not to hurt yourself. Let's see. Other dogs. Bumble is still one of my favorites. I just love him. All of the bugs are my favorites. But Bumble is just a sweetheart. He is very good walking on a leash. He's very sweet. And he's very good playing with the littles. Do you have something to add, Bentley? Huh? Walter was very good today, which is usually surprising, just because whenever he's not with Megan, he just barks and whines and wants his mom. So today, he was actually pretty quiet, like all day. He was a little suspiciously quiet. But I don't know, him being quiet makes me happy. Does it help you to have all of us as your second eyes? Sometimes. When there's times where a couple weeks ago one of the dogs broke the outdoor clock, and someone messaged me saying like, the dogs broke the clock and there's glass everywhere. So I ended up picking that up and knowing about it just because I hadn't been outside at that time. So that's helpful. But sometimes I get messages like, one of the dogs brought their fluffies outside, which it's not a big deal. They do that all the time. But most of the time, I like having the second pair of eyes. Especially if like a dog or donkey escaped. Why is this in the trash? Let's see. This morning I had Shayna and volunteer Diane to help in the barn. So I did some of the kennels on Donkey Hill side, and I did kennel 10 with Shayna's help. And they did the rest, and it was very nice. Some days I have no volunteers, and then other days I have a bunch. So today was nice having a bunch. Also, Donna came with Wicked. And I just love Wicked. She's so funny. And like, she's not a fat dog, but like, she's always looking for a snack. But obviously, you can't always give the dog a snack whenever they're asking for it. So whenever like I'm getting a cookie out of the cookie jar for like one of the dogs, she's always looking at me like, oh my gosh, like, is that for me? Can you give it to me? And you have to be like, Wicked, no, it's not for you. I'm sorry. But yeah. I will be back on Thursday to do Barn Talk, but until then, you can catch me in the barn. So have a good night.